Hello everybody, welcome to Asa Rusty Bucket. Subscribe to the channel and drop a like on this video. I'm trying to hit 100k subscribers on this channel by the end of the playoffs, so your subscription would be much appreciated. Also drop a like, 1 second, massive difference. You know the fucking meme at this point. Today's video is what I call a tax write-off, because I went to see the Dallas Mavericks play the Charlotte Hornets the other day. I actually got a seat that was like 5 rows behind courtside, and I found the secret to getting seats that nice for not blowing the bank. Blowing the bank, that doesn't sound right. Whatever. I found the secret to that, which is if you just get one ticket, because half of the time when all the tickets are sold out and there's just one left, like who's buying just one ticket? What loser goes to an NBA game completely by themselves? This loser does. So as a result, I got to see Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks and the Charlotte Hornets very, very up close. And I have a take that I realize is like entirely clouded by this experience that I had. But it was like, when I watched this game, I was like, are we sure Luka isn't the best player in the NBA? Now, the answer to that to me is no. But like, it felt like it in this game. I will say I have also seen Giannis drop 40 and 20 in the playoffs and in the finals. Did he have 40 in game 4? I can't remember if he did that or not. Either way, I've watched Giannis be Giannis at his absolute best in the NBA Finals in the second round versus the Milwaukee Bucks. I remember he did have 40 points in that game, and I watched him have 40 points against the Charlotte Hornets in the season prior to that. I'm pretty sure every time I've seen Giannis play, he's had 40 or something close to it. So that's really neat. So I've seen the best of the best be at their best. And Luka Doncic, when I saw him 2 nights ago, was absolutely insanity. He ended up finishing with 37 points, which maybe might not jump out to you as that crazy, but he did it in less than 30 minutes because Charlotte ended up blowing the third quarter wide open. In fact, I want to see the stats on that. I'm surprised they only won the quarter by 13 points because it felt like they won it by 40. Like, they took a huge lead to enter the fourth quarter, and then in the fourth quarter, they just maintained it. But if you actually look at the stuff, is like Charlotte won the first quarter, Dallas won the second quarter by just a slim margin, and then Charlotte really won the third quarter. But this game was a Luka Doncic show up until about midway through the third quarter, where the Charlotte Hornets and James Borrego essentially decided, you know what? Luka's not scoring anymore. Not only is he not scoring, he's not shooting the ball anymore. Because they were double and honestly kind of triple teaming him at half court. As soon as Luka got past the half-court line, there were 2 defenders on him, and there was another defender that was hovering in the general vicinity, ready to bring help defense if he tried anything. So I watched for multiple possessions in a row, Luka just kind of hovering around half-court because he was surrounded by defenders, and then the rest of Dallas's offense go in a 4v2.5 because that third defender kind of got involved. Either way, 4v2, 4v3 should be winning that matchup just based on the math. Dallas could not create offense worth shit when it wasn't Luka creating the offense. Jalen Brunson was not on the floor at the time of this instance that I'm talking about in the third quarter, and as a result, it was like Josh Green doing drive-in kicks and Dorian Finney-Smith. Davis Bertans checked in the game later. He did not do anything in this game. In fact, I'm pretty sure, did he even score? He had 2 points, and I bet you he scored that in the last 5 minutes because I left for the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter because it was a 30-point game, and I wanted to beat the crowd. So yeah, no one contributed anything. The best production that came from anyone that wasn't Luka Doncic was Jalen Brunson had 10 on 37% shooting. Frank Ntilikina actually played really well. He had 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And that is basically, I mean, Josh Green was cool. Did I call Josh Green Jalen Green earlier? If I did, my mistake. Josh Green was cool. Marquise Chris was cool, but that was about it. And Spencer Dinwiddie, I think I might have said it already. He was not playing in this game. He was in street clothes. So yeah, it was pretty sad to see because Luka was unfucking believable. 37 points, 8 for 12 from 3. He had 4 threes in the first quarter, and it felt like he had 4. I feel like he hit like 1 in the second, and then the third quarter just lit them up even more. And all of these were off of the dribble. Not a single. He had 1 catch and shoot 3-pointer, and he missed it. All of these off of the dribble. A lot of them from really deep. 2 of these threes were like from like 8 feet behind the line off of step backs. I'm not even joking. And it was absolute insanity. There was even a moment where teams were going back and forth with the 3-pointers. Luka's 3 to end the first quarter was like a fading 3 over his defender who contested it really well. It did not matter. It was bottoms. It was just truly an amazing experience to see Luka Doncic go off the way that he did with his 3-pointers, and then also his scoring inside the half court. Like, he is so weird. Like, he moves so insanely slowly, and yet all of his moves work. I watched this guy do the slowest crossovers, the slowest whatever fucking move you can think of, and it just resulted in easy opportunities for him, or shots where he was just able to maintain balance long enough to actually finish. And it was just truly an experience. And I'm like, if you weren't really a basketball person and you watched this game, you would have every reason to believe Luka Doncic is the best player in the world. Don't actually think he is, but it felt like it this game. His playmaking was not particularly outstanding. A lot of people missing open shots and stuff like that. But 37 on 65% shooting, 8 for 12 from 3. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Now, he did have a negative 30 plus minus because his teammates sucked. And it's actually kind of wild to have 37 with a negative 30 plus minus. But yeah, it was weirdly the bench, even though I said there was no contribution outside of Luka, there was one stretch where the bench unit actually did a pretty good job to open the second quarter. They actually, like, even made a little bit of a comeback from like an 8-point deficit and got to like 2. But yeah, real quick to talk about Charlotte's end of things. Like I said, it was really the defensive end of the floor where they won this game, because as soon as they decided they were going to take Luka out of the equation and make anybody else beat them, they won the game because nobody else was going to beat them. Outside of that, Miles Bridges was cool. PJ Washington was insane from outside. I guess he was only 5 for 9, but it felt like he was getting shots over and over again. Isaiah Thomas. I got to see Isaiah Thomas live. That's pretty cool. He hit a bunch of mid-range shots, and that was nice. Got a nice layup. Montrezl Harrell was cool. Kelly Oubre was cool. Kelly Oubre is an extremely streaky player. Actually, his field goal percentage is worse than I would have guessed. You don't always pick up on that stuff when you're watching the games. Mason Plumlee. It's really weird how much the Charlotte Hornets involve Mason Plumlee in their offense. Like, if you actually watch the Hornets play, you know, it's not a guarantee that everybody touches the ball on a possession, but it's almost a guarantee that Mason Plumlee touches the ball on a possession. Like, it's seriously, the ball handler brings it up the floor, almost immediately a pass to Mason Plumlee for a dribble handoff, or maybe he gets some post positioning and then throws a pass. And Mason Plumlee, to his credit, is a pretty good passer. But he's a complete non-threat to score the ball, and his defense is subpar, so his overall production as a center is pretty mediocre. But it's just interesting to see how much he is involved in the offensive creation of the Charlotte Hornets, but he did only play 15 minutes today, so yeah. That's my thoughts on this game, and now the IRS cannot fault me when I write this ticket off on my taxes, because this is technically my job, which is sick as fuck, and I had a lot of fun, but it is my job. So technically, I'm not doing anything wrong here. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this game. probably going to try to get back to doing shit on the second channel more frequently. I know I've been saying that. I'm also going to be starting to post like reaction to media takes with two other friends of mine, which are Rudy St. Clair and Mojo99. That's going to be like a weekly thing. And that's to promote our podcast, which we just recorded an episode last night. We are live every Sunday and Wednesday at 10:30 p.m. So if you're trying to watch me live with my good friends, we had Alex Hoops on the other day. It's a really good time. It's a really good podcast. We're doing it twice a week, doing it live. Go check it out. And I'm going to be using the reaction clips to kind of promote that. And we're also going to be doing reaction clips over on that channel. So, yeah, pay attention to that stuff. And hopefully there will be more shit on this channel soon. But that is it. Goodbye.